Welcome back to part 2 of my Mediterranean diet series. I'm Dr. Jill. Today I'm focusing on foods that help lower cholesterol and blood pressure and also keep our blood sugar stable and in good range. I'll be making Dr. Jill's Lemon-Dilly smoked salmon pasta salad with avocado. And along the way, as usual, I'll be telling you why I've chosen each ingredient. Most people may not realize how big a role inflammation plays in all stages of heart disease and the formation of plaques in the arteries leading up to a heart attack or stroke. And that's why the omega-3s are so important for heart health. They are considered anti-inflammatory to the body, whereas the omega-6s and 9s that you find in chicken and red meat are considered pro-inflammatory and have the opposite effect. So today, that's why I've chosen to use salmon. And today I'm using smoked salmon, which does have as much omega-3 as the regular cooked salmon. First, we're going to take our cooked bow tie pasta. That's 8 ounces. And you don't want it to be al dente for this recipe because it's going to be a little too chewy. Although al dente recipes are actually very good otherwise because it takes longer for the body to break down that pasta when it's not cooked thoroughly. And that way the blood sugars don't spike up as quickly either. So that's actually better for your blood sugar that way. And you can experiment with different types of pastas or different flours used in the pasta, such as bean flour or whole wheat flour, which I'll talk about more in future recipes. So next I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add 4 ounces of flaked smoked salmon. You can buy a nice piece of smoked salmon at the store, and it's already done for you, so you don't have to do any of the extra work of smoking the salmon. And I'm going to go ahead and flake that up a little bit on the plate. Make sure not to use the skin. This one flakes up very easily. I love this bowl I'm using. I got this at the Harry and David store up in Oregon when I used to live in California. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add the smoked salmon. A 1/4 cup of fresh lemon juice, which I've already squeezed. And a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon zest. And you can see I've used my wonderful lemon zester microplane here. And then we're going to use a 1/2 teaspoon, put in a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm going to show you how that looks so far. Next, we're going to do 2 tablespoons of fresh dill and a tablespoon of fresh parsley. We're going to chop that up. I got it all here in one bunch. These I actually picked off of my deck this morning. Feel free to add a little more of either one if you'd like. It just depends on your tastes. Dill is good because it may help lower blood pressure, and it's also good for urinary tract infections. Parsley is a natural diuretic, and it also helps with blood pressure, as well as congestive heart failure. It's high in antioxidants, and it's also good for cancer and fighting allergies as well. And then mint, of course, is good for the bowels and digestion. So we're going to go ahead and add the chopped herbs now. Then we're going to add a 1/2 of an avocado. I love avocados because they have so many helpful ingredients in them. They have magnesium and monounsaturated fats and polyphenols. And we know that magnesium helps lower our blood pressure as well. And if it's a small avocado, feel free to go ahead and add a little more if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and add a whole small one. Then we're going to go ahead and add a 1/4 cup of chopped celery. A tablespoon of capers, 2 tablespoons of the green onions, fresh green onions, spring onions, and lastly a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Let's just show you what it looks like right now. It's gorgeous. That 1/4 cup of olive oil is going to bring it all together. All right, so that's everything. Easy enough. Now we just have to stir it up. And then lastly, of course, we have to taste it. All right, this smells so good. Let's take a look at that. I think it's going to be perfect. Let's try. This is very good. You could actually start out with a little less salt than the ½ teaspoon and gradually add more if you need it. You may find that you don't need as much salt. I might just eat this entire bowl. I will save a little bit for my dog Blackberry too. Be sure to join me next time where I'll be making another Mediterranean diet staple using beans, and that's going to be hummus. 2 different kinds of hummus, as well as some rosemary focaccia bread to serve it with. Thanks again.